Okay, Counsel, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
All right, Judge, page 5, sitting Tom, come on up.
Chris.
Good morning, Ms. Cintron.
Good morning, Judge.
Ma'am, you are charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor. On February 19th, 2025, at approximately 10:24 p.m., officers were dispatched regarding a patrol vehicle that was rear-ended by another vehicle. The patrol unit had heavy damage, leaving the patrol unit disabled. The impact of the defendant's car crashing into the patrol unit caused the unit to be pushed forward and crash into the car that the officer had pulled over on the side of the road for a traffic stop, causing heavy damage to that vehicle as well. The officer was trapped inside his vehicle and had to break the
I
driver's
think
side
I read about this.
window
Yeah.
to exit. Yes, Your Honor. The officer then made contact with the defendant, who was the driver, and helped her out of her motor vehicle. The defendant advised she was coming from Hooters and had consumed one alcoholic beverage, namely a Blue Moon, before the crash happened. Another officer made contact with the on-duty manager at Hooters, who advised that the defendant arrived around 5 p.m. and left around 10 p.m., provided the defendant's bill listing one Blue Moon and one fireball shot. SMSTs were conducted. It was a 6 out of 6 on the HGN, but the walk and turn and the one leg stand were refused. The DIC was read and the defendant refused both breath and blood. A blood warrant was signed. There is an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on the same transaction
Is that
because of the car accident.
because of the car accident?
So may I add a little bit to that, Judge?
Sorry?
May I add something to that, Judge? Judge, she was at the Hooters. There was some people there trying to get some real estate business going. She's a real estate agent. And as she's coming, she left and she's getting onto the freeway. She goes by there all the time. And she's entering the freeway, Highway 59 going north. She was entering and the police officer had stopped someone right there. I mean, it's right at the entrance. And I'm arguing upstairs that the police officer maybe should have moved up a little further up, not right at the entrance. She's trying to get in. She's looking to her left, the incoming traffic, and she hit the police officer on the right side. It wasn't like it was just, she got him from the right side of her vehicle. But, you know, it is what it is, Judge. I'm dealing with it upstairs, but.
I'm happy to entertain that in a suppression if you want. But right now, this is just probable cause, and I have to give them time to, you know, craft arguments for them. So,
I'm not arguing the DWI, Judge. I don't even know what the blood test is right now.
we'll wait, right?
We'll wait, but I'm upstairs. I don't want it to sound so bad to her because there was some contribution of some kind of negligence.
Yeah,
And
I understand.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, of course. So, have you run her license?
We have, it's eligible.
Okay, Ms. Cintron, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Can you run her, see if she has any prior DWIs, please? And CIC. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, your bond will be revoked. You will go into jail. That's it. Do you understand?
Yes.
You are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. If you do not have either, you may not drive, and that is a part of your bond condition as well. Do you understand?
Yes, Judge.
She doesn't have any history.
Okay, so because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Mr. Cervantes, and he will tell you if and when you have to go back to court. If he tells me that you've gone AWOL, that he can't get a hold of you, likewise, I will, revoke your bond. Just stay out of trouble. Don't use, and especially don't pick up any new cases. Keep my community safe. That's all I'm asking. Do you understand?
I understand, Judge.
Okay, I'm gonna have you sign a release. So Victoria will get with Fleischer for your bond conditions, and after that, you guys are free to go.
I have one other thing, Judge. I don't know what the court can do about it. They've impounded her car at the towing place, and she has her laptop that she has all her contracts, her real estate business. She has, software for contracts, deeds of trust, and after.
Would you be opposed to getting laptop and things of that nature?
Don't let her get it. She had her
File a
purse.
motion to return.
I'll do that.
File it. I'll entertain it.
Very well. I'll do that. Judge. I'll have something on you.
I just, just, give a copy to state so that they can see it. With whether they have any opposition or not, we'll have a hearing and then, sooner. Right.
We'll get it done, Judge.
I'd like to.
Yeah, well, of course. Right. So just serve everyone and then,
Very well. Thank you, Judge.
all right, please.
Right this way. Judge, that's it for now. We have several waiting on attorneys.
Okay.
Counsel, you may approach.
Give me a second, Mr. Moody, and I'll hit you up next. Good morning, Mr. Butler. Come on up.
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Great.
On your
This
docket.
is that one case that we have.
Yes, sir. And the state and I have already talked and we'd like to, I just want to give you
What's the last name again?
I'm sorry. On the docket, it is Marginau, Margenau, Valerie
I
Carrillo.
see it. I got it.
Okay, so just to remind you, Judge, this was a first DWI in 2015. Standard 1-year probation. Not going to give you any excuses. She moved with her father to Corpus. We're here on the MRP. She's had no arrests since, no new law, no problems of that nature at all. The MRP was filed March of 2016. I've talked to the state and they've suggested two different ways to resolve it. One is to revoke and sentence her to the time she's already served, or two, if the court wanted to do an unsat termination.
Did she do anything while she's on the probation? I mean, if she did nothing on the probation, then I'm not inclined to, you have
That's
to.
fine. No, I agree.
Right,
It's
so-
it's a conviction either way.
Tell me.
It looks like she started reporting to probation, and then about October, she failed to complete her TRAs. She failed to do her no driving affidavit. She was supposed to write a letter to a doctor, I guess, informing them that she was using opiates. She didn't do that as well. Because of the violations, it looks like she just stopped reporting after that.
Was she ordered to do a DW education class?
Not that I've seen.
What?
And this was from 2015, the probation, so. I don't know if the standards have changed.
So it says 1-year probation, RUA, DAET, 24 hours community service. Can't even agree with this. Have you looked at the plea paperwork to see what?
Look now, Judge,
It's on,
and I do
and
have,
then, Mr. Butler, do you mind? Here, let me print it out. Maybe you guys can make this out. So what were the terms?
It looks just like the community service and writing a letter to the provider.
It says 200 something. What is that? Here, let me.
Counsel for Lisa.
yes, I'll go ahead.
So last name? Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah, I did the research.
take a look.
Yeah, I saw the judgment and the conditions. So we're fine with what he suggested, which was he suggested a revocation.
She wants to do jail time?
Well, we were looking at a revocation and credit for time already served.
I don't know. I mean, why would we just reward her for being gone 3,278 days? She didn't do anything while she was on probation. Why? Come up, ma'am. Oh, I'm sorry. It was. State, do you mind running her NCIC?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
You just see me, you know, like us. But I mean, you know, he's not telling anybody, not doing anything. I mean, you started reporting, but you didn't do the interview, you didn't start community service, you didn't.
Well, like, I couldn't make one of my visits tried to reschedule. She's gonna be on your Wi-Fi.
All right, look, he doesn't like excuses. All right, tell him that you moved with your father
Anything?
in Corpus.
Well, Your Honor, I'm trying to pull it now. I can see that I have her license, her license.
Excuse.
Okay, so Mr. Butler, there's a couple things that I'd like to do prior to acquiescing to you. The first thing that I would like to do is have her get her license back. She still, after, 10 years, still doesn't have a Texas driver license. And I don't want her out on the road if she's potentially driving without a license. State is saying that her license is not eligible, right?
And how's that run her NCIC, Your Honor? No new law violations.
No new law violations.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, great. So the only other thing that I would like is maybe a DWI education class, because that's the idea, that we learn so that there are no new offenses in the future. And then I'm happy to acquiesce with you.
Okay.
But
I will get a hold of DPS and find out. I don't know if her license is not eligible. I don't know if it's just because of the case or if there's like unpaid traffic. I don't know.
I will give you time, Mr. Butler. I mean, we
Okay.
were already at 3,200. What's another,
And I
30 to 60 days to, I don't care.
License. I didn't take a class and pay a fine. That's what it says.
Okay.
The time doesn't matter to me at this point. Results are what matter.
Okay.
The only thing I would like is to get her back on the road legally. So car insurance in your name, a valid license, and that we have you learn something where you take a DWI education class, and then everybody's happy.
I'll go
But the
over.
idea is that you learn.
Yes, sir.
Because, watch the news. Every single day, someone dies from a DWI in our county. Every single day.
Sir.
It's got to stop. And the way it does is with education.
And I'll go.
So why don't we set it, I trust you, you're tip top. So why don't we set it 30 days to give you time to start looking into it? And then just keep us in the loop.
I'll do it, Judge.
We'll hold over the meeting mark meeting.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead and have a seat.
Right this way.
You ready?
Yes, sir. Good morning, judges.
Hey,
I'm here on Mr. Barrett.
okay.
Senior trial date, Judge. In this
Okay.
case, Ramona's not here, so I was asked to come talk to you, but
Oh, Ramona's not here. That's right. Well,
I can.
I think that there's only 2 weeks that we had in March because of spring break. Give me a second. Let me pull up a trial calendar.
Syndrome?
Yeah, I think.
So we've got a bunch set for, oh my God, on March 18th, do you know how many you got set? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if you want to do maybe 325,
Perfect.
you want to do that day?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's yours.
Thanks so much.
Wait a second. It's not, it's not at least 30 days. Today's the 27th.
That makes sense.
So how about 4/1?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's sufficient then. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge.
Judge, this R, doesn't have bond conditions.
The case that I was just on.
Okay, come up, ma'am. Thank you for letting me know.
So it doesn't start getting.
Ms. Martinell, I am ordering you as a condition of your bond while you're on bond in this court not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. You will be randomly tested. I'm telling you now, I'm going to test you because I want at least one test that's negative. If I find that you're using alcohol or illegal drugs, it's really not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, Your
If you
Honor.
do not have a valid Texas driver license, you will now also be signing an affidavit with me, promising me that you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. You cannot justify getting into a car for any reason.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
I do.
It's okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you come up here, swear to us that you're not gonna drive. I will get you to Felicia where you'll sign your bond conditions, and then you guys are free to go.
Okay, thanks, Judge.
Okay,
We already got a court date for 30 days.
great. Okay, Mr. Moody. So, yes, Saul. Okay, let me get your date. Give me 1 second. Top 24. I need, there's a PTI agreement. You guys are accepting, correct? Mr. Moody?
Yes, Judge.
But I had the state was to send it, the P180 contract to council as of January. Does he have it?
Your Honor, it's not a P180, it's just a regular PTI, 30 days with an AIDS awareness class. And we've done the class and we just need the 30 days to go by.
Do you have is there does a contract go with that or no? No?
They changed the rules, Your Honor.
So no contract?
Not required in this one.
Okay, all right, so we'll just give you the 30 days. No contract.
Is she taking a class?
Mr. Moody,
Yes, Your Honor.
is she taking, you said she's taking the class, correct?
She has taken the class. I've got the certificate and I have a contract too. Even though it's not needed, I do have
Yeah,
one.
and that was a recent change. Just email me the class. And we can take it.
I'll send you his email now. Let me chat it to you, okay?
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
Of course, give me 1 second.
Actually, I have Mr. Jurisich's email
Oh,
already.
you got, okay, great, send it to him then.
Just be that call.
All right,
Okay.
we'll give you the 30 days regardless, and they'll probably just dismiss it off docket.
Yes, Your Honor.
Or
Thank
today.
you. Thank you, Judge.
Hold on, what day?
27.
March 27th, just in case, okay?
And Your Honor, just in case, could I have either before or after? I'm gone that week. I have a vacation letter on file.
How's 320?
320?
That's the day I'm leaving, sorry.
What, you pick it.
You pick a day,
The 19th, Your Honor?
done. Wait, that's not a Saturday, is it?
No, that's,
Okay, that's a good day, it's a Wednesday. All right, it's yours.
thank you, Your Honor.
All right, have fun.
Thank you, Ms. Burnell.
All right, Carl, you ready? Hi,
Morning.
good morning.
Carmel Robinson.
Okay,
He was here last week. You were out, but he tested positive for marijuana.
come up, Mr. Robinson.
Right here. High school student. I did have him bring things here. It's gonna be. I know. I'm just showing. But I do.
Is mom's here?
Mom's here.
Hi, Mom. Not happy. I told you, I don't want you using. And it's now, as of 2:20, which is 7 days ago, we have another positive test. What was the day that he was ordered not to use?
December 31st, I believe, Judge.
When, we'll say it again?
December 31st.
I can give you the benefit of the doubt and send him right now. But you're ordered to come back right now. Send me right now, just to get a benefit of the doubt. Confirmatory test now,
He did smoke about 3 weeks ago, Judge.
then
He'll probably
I'm gonna
test.
send you now,
Okay.
but we'll see. Take a seat for me. I'm gonna send you right now. You have to come back. Here, let me get this back to you, please.
You go ahead and head over.
Hi, Mr. Monks.
Yeah,
Always.
I'm in Docket, I have a Joshua Wilson. He's on probation in your court for carrying a weapon. He picked up in felony court. We have rescheduled that case, and I know that you don't necessarily have to follow what they're doing, but they rescheduled it because the complaining witness said, me no Alamo. So they were trying to get some medical records to confirm if she had in fact been assaulted. And so I don't know how you want to handle that. If you want to set up for a hearing, if you want to see,
Have you gone up there already?
already gone up there, yes,
To
sir.
reset it?
Yes, I have, sir.
When did you get?
I've got, Mr. Wilson, what day are we coming back on? What? April 17th. And they'll have the medical records in, and then they can decide if they
Well,
want
let's do this. I'd like to send it for a drug test as well right now.
to.
I
Okay,
want to send it for a drug test. If
Yes.
he passes, then I'll reset it with you.
okay,
Okay.
that sounds good. I mean, if he doesn't pass,
I don't know.
well, I'm just wondering what should I do with respect to this reset?
Let's cross that bridge when we get there.
Sounds good. I'll come back.
Mr. Monks,
All
but
right, sounds good. All right, so we're gonna tell him where he needs to go? Okay, thank you so much. I'm just running up, I know that you know. Okay. Bye. Hang on.
Pre-trials want to inform me. Okay, she does still live in Corpus, so when she's called for a urine test,
West
she'll,
Diagnostics.
West Diagnostics pay out of her own pocket. Is that okay?
Correct. I can't pay for those.
Oh, I know
Yeah,
that.
she'll have to foot the bill on that. Then
She
she gets it to
understands.
you and then we're happy then.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Of course.
Lex Luthor died this morning.
I know.
The greatest criminal flame.
He was just, he was great in everything, man. But they both died at the same time. And the dog died, you say? What? I mean, and they're saying no foul play? Come on.
Yeah, I was like.
I mean, who's inspecting? John Caluso?
His wife was like, what number?
She's like 65.
Yeah.
Something's,
That's weird.
that's right.
General's eye.
He was, I mean, he was looking.
He was great.
He was looking old though now. I mean, I don't know if you've seen him lately, but, huh?
Was he in his 90s?
Yeah,
I
he's
hadn't
old.
seen him.
They had the pictures that I saw, like him walking or with like a cup of coffee, it looked just.
Yeah.
But, it was great. So great. It's such a shame. I mean,
You can call me.
now we'll see how, Holt is as Lex Luthor, you know?
Right. I mean, I don't think there's ever gonna be a better Superman than Christopher Reeve or a better Lex Luthor.
Hey, did you see the thing on the news about his son following in his footsteps doing this, there's like these documentaries on whales and stuff?
Gene Hackman.
No.
Christopher Reeve.
Christopher Reeve's his son, because his dad used to do all kinds of stuff like
Right,
that
right.
in Hawaii. And
Right.
now the son's taken over like a legacy and stuff.
I like the old Superman, even though the special effect, I mean, I like the special effects better because it can just do so much with telepathy.
Did you see number 3? Where they're,
What was it with? Was that with, which meeting was in that? Richard Pryor?
yeah, right. It had Richard
was-
Pryor and then it had, no, but the part toward the end where she turns into the robot
Right,
that
the
always
robot.
got. Yeah.
I got nightmares.
Mr. D.
Yes, sir, Mayor Pro Tem. Yes, sir, Your Honor. Your Honor, I am here on Mr. Joshua's corner. This is the case that's relative old, over 400 days. You may mention it at the last setting. But we were required to come back on to today.
Okay.
Hopefully with the, results of having the, body worn camera and the video.
You don't have it?
So I think I figured out the issue, Your Honor. We do have it. It was in a server that no one had actually created. We do for Mr. D to actually pick it up. So we do have it. I just created Mr. D to actually create the physical copy so that Mr. D can review it. And I told him.
How soon do you think you can get it to?
It's gonna be priority. I'm gonna email them today to say, hey, can we get this done
So let's set
today?
off a week then.
Yes,
And I
sir.
told Mr. D too, if there's any issues.
Yeah, he did. State has been very up straight with the judge.
Okay, Mr. D.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Of course. Good morning, Mr. Harris. Good morning. Sir, you're charged with the offense of failure to identify oneself to a peace officer. You were facing 180 days in jail with credit for well, you're facing 180 days in jail, and it looks like you've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 180 days in jail with credit for the 80 that you have served. Does this take care of the case upstairs?
Yes, Your Honor, I've emailed the felony prosecutor and his attorney, and it's part of the plea is that they'll dismiss.
The case upstairs?
Yes.
Okay, you need to understand that that's an extremely, that's just a great deal. And I'm gonna tell you now, probably not many times in life, something like that's gonna happen. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You know, anytime you avoid a felony, it's a win. But if it continues, you give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now, you need to also understand that they can use this to enhance your punishment. From now on, you will be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You still want to go through with all this?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense? Are you guilty or not? I'll find you guilty, send you to the agreement. I'm going to roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. Good luck to you, Mr. Harris. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Harris.
Make sure they dismiss it.
Just abandon.
Yeah, good morning, Judge. Van Bruch.
Yeah.
Jonathan Payton.
Say it again.
Jonathan Payton.
Payton.
It's on docket. He bonded out last night. He's here, so we
Okay.
needed to.
I'm bringing him up.
Yes, Mr. Payton. Jonathan Payton.
Gotcha.
He is back home with his mom and back in high school at Sterling.
Wonderful. That's the way to go.
Yes.
Mom's there.
What's that?
Mom here?
Jamal.
No, she's at work, but my uncle's here. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're actually.
You were very lucky to get out of jail with the type of charges that you have now, Mr. Payton. And I'm going to tell you now, I will do everything in my power to protect the public at all costs. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You have two very, very serious charges. Do you know what bond conditions they put up there, Mr. Bradford?
I don't believe they've added the bond conditions yet because he just bonded out last night.
They didn't.
What's the name
Payton?
again? Yeah, able?
Yeah, yes.
One second.
Dude, you have but one life. When you start racking up convictions, what do you think happens? It's hard enough as it is, a young black man in society now. When you start racking convictions, it only makes life more difficult, man. Really. So are there co-defendants in the ag robs upstairs? State, are there co-defendants in the cases upstairs?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Are two different co-defendants.
Mr. Payton, this is what we're going to do. I'm now going to put an ankle monitor on you, and I don't want you out in the middle of the night. You are ordered to stay in school, and you're ordered not to consume alcohol, or illegal drugs. And I'm telling you now, I'm going to test you. If I find that you're smoking weed, it's not going to go well for you.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to test you in 3 to 4 weeks. If I find that you test positive, it's just not going to go well for you.
Yes, sir.
You need to get into school, stay in school. So likewise, I'm bringing you back in 3 weeks and I want to see that you've actually enrolled into high school.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Are you actively enrolled now?
No, sir.
Then that's got to happen
Yes, sir.
today. No weapons. Curfew of 9 PM to 6 AM. So Felicia,
Yes,
no
sir.
weapons, GPS monitor, 9 PM to 6 AM. No alcohol, no drugs. We'll reset them for 3 weeks to see that everything is got done. And I'm gonna test you. Do not use. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You must also stay in contact with your lawyer. If I find that there are any issues, I'm telling you, I'm going to protect my community at all costs.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor,
Does he live with you? He lives with mom?
He lives with his mom.
Mom? Okay, so any issues, just let me know. I want to try to keep him on the straight arrows as much as I can, you know? I will try to do everything in my power. Make good decisions. When you hang with dogs, you get fleas. So don't hang around the wrong people because all they're gonna do is bring you down. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck, Mr. Payton. See you in 3 weeks.
Yes, sir.
This is Wednesday. So we're gonna have to sign just a.
Ready?
Hey, for your approach, it's a walkthrough, Your Honor.
Okay.
For, it is 2525470.
On Jimenez?
Yes.
Okay. Jimenez, come up.
Judge, quickly for Peyton, we did put conditions on him previously, and the GPS curfew that you ordered initially, it was supposed to be obtained prior to the release of 7 to 7.
Yes, Judge. No.
Okay, just do 9.
9 to 6.
9 to 6.
Yes, Judge.
Monitor, but he doesn't have them?
He should. Mr. Peyton, do you have the GPS numbers?
You just pulled it out.
We said prior to release.
Yeah, it was supposed to be. Oh, sorry, he was out on bond, and I think the charges got filed, so he was taken in, they must have cut it off. Go ahead and have a signature.
You're Ms. Jimenez Alvarado.
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, you were charged with assault of a family member. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
On July 2nd, 2024, officers were dispatched to FSRA at the intersection of Cherry Brook and Cherry. The complainant witness stated during a verbal argument, the defendant struck the complainant witness on his face once with a closed fist, causing pain. The complainant witness then grabbed the defendant in a bear hug before releasing her and went outside to separate himself from her. The defendant followed him outside and struck the complainant witness with a stick about his face and neck several times, causing pain and visible injuries. The complainant witness stated the defendant got into the vehicle and began driving up and down the street, honking the horn at him. And the complainant witness stated that while walking, the defendant turned the vehicle into a driveway and the vehicle came extremely close to him.
Intent to bid?
I'm not sure, but I know, I mean, that's the other allegation, but I think the AFM stems from the stick and the punch.
What is the relation between the two?
They're a common law married, Your Honor.
For what?
They're a common law married.
Prior aggravated assault of a family member, is it the same complainant?
It is not. It is not, Your Honor. In the case, that case has been was dismissed.
I know, but I'm curious to see if it's the same
I think it
complainant.
is. Yeah, it is.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is my fault.
Yeah.
I don't want you to have contact with this person.
Okay, well,
If debate, no, she's a prior aggravated assault that was dismissed not 4 months ago. And now we're
It's
charged
fine.
with another assault?
Your Honor, it was 9 months ago when the case was dismissed. This case is from July 2nd of 2024. So this case is 8 months old. They were still together. They've been together. As you can see, she's pregnant. He is the father.
Great, so we have more stress now, you know?
There is another note that says an officer, Dennis Rice, tried to perform an on-scene evidence-based risk assessment to talk to the CW and to risk of there's a lethal assault and the victim refused. So and the only reason why she knew about this, Judge, is she was in the process of renewing her DACA, and they told her that she may have an open warrant. So she went and checked, and then she hired us. So this case has been, this was, filed a while ago, Judge.
What happened in the aggravated assault, please?
What I have here, Judge, is that complainant witness and defendant were in a dating relationship. Defendant came to the complainant witness's work and pointed a gun at him while he was walking out, while she was in her vehicle. While he was on the sidewalk, the defendant fired the gun at him from inside the car.
She shot a gun at it, allegedly? Is that what you're saying? I don't want you to have contact with this person. I don't care. I'm entering now what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. This is a court order that identifies this person as a protected individual. Mr. Chicas as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or assault against this person. Committing acts.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say
I
anything.
want you to listen, because if you violate this court order, the state can and probably will file a violation of protective order against you, and that is the capital murder of misdemeanor. Do you understand? You are not to have any contact with this person. You are not to threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. He is now listed as a protected individual. You cannot commit an offense in furtherance of section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot be in possession of a gun or go within 200 feet of where he lives or where he works. Do you understand? If you violate this, like I said, the state can and probably will file an additional case against you. And then I, on this case, will revoke your bond. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I will give you a PR bond now, but it's the only one that you're going to get. If I find that you're a danger to my city, I have only one place. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Just so you know, Your Honor, the CW has a criminal history as well. In fact, I think he was on parole.
Doesn't make me feel better.
Okay, I'm just letting you know. It's
Two people just,
I understand.
there are people who are good for each other, and there are people who aren't so much. When you have cancer, what do? You cut it out, because if you don't, it kills you. There are certain people in life that may be like that as well, Now, a second case. I don't want anything to happen. And so the best prescription is no contact. You're not to be in possession of weapons as well. You're not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. Do you understand?
Yes, Judge.
You're pretty good at that.
You're gonna have to move that, yeah.
252 5470.
And so, Judge, obviously they.
I'm not, Marcos, it's not absolute, right? I'm not talking forever.
Okay.
But for now, I don't want any contact. Everything is coming to head now. And the last thing I need is something else to happen, more drama. And I just don't want any more dead bodies on the road. That's all.
I understand.
So because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Adrogi, and he will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he cannot get a hold of you, then I will issue a warrant for your arrest. If you pick up a new case, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. All I'm asking you to do is just behave yourself, don't have any contact, and don't use alcohol or illegal drugs. That's it.
Yes, Judge.
For now, I'm gonna have you sign, oh, wait a second, I need a bond, right? There's no bond that's set?
All right.
I'll set your bond at 3,500 and I'll grant you a PR bond. You will have to sign a reset of Victoria. You will get with Felicia for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go.
Thank you, Judge. Maybe excuse me?
Yes, sir.
Right now, Mark Marble, she can sign her mall right now.
Hey, Martha, you can pick a day.
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel for is that GPS device for the purpose of
It's just a month.
All right, thanks,
Yes, sir, Judge.
Great to see you, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Your Honor?
Well, hanging out. You have a case with us today?
I do. I have, give me 1 second. I apologize. Albert Anderson, Your Honor.
Got it. You just want to reset?
If we could, Judge, I did request, we're missing a video here, the dash cam video. I sent an email to the prosecutor on the case, requesting that.
Let me see what's in. Give me a second.
No problem.
And then I'll get you a date too.
Thank you, Judge.
We only have 2 here today, I guess. No, Alex. So top of page 1. That's the question.
I'm missing a dash cam. I don't have any dash cams in this case.
I'd like to know if they have it though, because they may have it, they just haven't released it. So, but give me a second.
No problem. Thank you, Judge.
Beetle.
I object to a seatbelt, Judge.
At least, I'm glad he's wearing one. And he stopped. How many people have that don't stop? They drive while they talk,
Yeah.
you know?
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Jacket on you. Jeez.
So your guy we have set for Friday, right?
Which one? Oh, yes, he'll be here. I talked to him.
Is he still on lockout?
Yes,
That's a problem.
but there's a reason. It's an electric vehicle. It's a Tesla.
That doesn't make me feel better though. Because some people can get it.
He's been in rehab in Ohio, like literally checked in. That's what I forwarded to you, is checking in Ohio.
Is he there now?
No, he's back in Houston. He's transferring to Menaker. That's what's going on.
I want to put a scram on him then.
I don't have any problem with that.
So we need to do that Friday.
We're gonna do that on Friday. I talked to
Show
him yesterday.
show me the proof that he was actually in.
Oh, I
like to see
actually
it.
forwarded it to you already. I
I'll-
forwarded you his admittance, but his whole family is here and Ohio is just too distant. So he wants to be closer to his family. And he sounds like $1 million now, actually talking to him on the phone. The last time I saw him was not $1 million. You know what I
That's the
mean?
idea, is that we want them to leave better than they can, right?
Yeah, so I'm getting documentation for Menaker admittance and all that stuff that I plan to provide tomorrow.
Okay,
But the lockout issue, I agree, Scram is probably easier for everybody.
and I'll pay for it.
Okay, cool.
Alright.
Did you need to be here? Where were you?
When?
You were late.
Oh, yeah, sorry. There's
you
only
help
two
me
in
out?
show today.
Can you help me out on something else real quick?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
I'm talking about Anderson.
Anderson.
Is discovery complete? Because defense is still missing videos.
Okay, body cam is in. It looks like we were waiting on station video.
Still waiting.
Still waiting, Your Honor.
Have you,
Dash cam also.
Says it's in. Let me look. No dash cam. Dash cam does not exist.
oh, dash cam.
It's HPD, not all the vehicles have it.
You hear that? HPD,
Yeah,
so vehicles have it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that because,
Good.
the stop is a big issue for us.
Do it now. Yeah, and then, we'll give you a date.
I apologize. Did you want me to do something, Judge?
No, just hang tight. Victoria's busy, so as soon as she's done.
No
I'll get
problem.
you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Does that mean this is discovery?
So the only thing you're missing really is the
Station.
station video. That's it. Everything else is in. Is there blood, breath?
Checking. Yes, blood, it's a 0.156.
Is it?
0.156.
5, 6, okay. So,
I'll look into this. Stop.
is there an accident?
No,
I'm gonna assume not.
it's weaving. It's a weaving case.
Well,
That's the only
you'll probably
reason to
need a
stop.
mitigation if that's the route you're gonna go. Mr. Simon.
Yes, sir.
Just a reset. Discovery's not complete. They're waiting on, stations.
Okay, how is April 1st through the 3rd?
April 1st to the 3rd.
Give me 1 second, Your Honor. Let me check on that.
And let me tell you, are you really driving a minivan? I mean.
Who, me?
Yes.
No, I'm in a Toyota Land Cruiser, not a minivan.
No, you don't have to lie to be my friend.
I like minivans. We had a Toyota Santa for many years, and I love those cars.
You
So
put flames on the side, I guess.
I would love to have a minivan. I'd roll in one. I'd roll in one. I'd get a Iron Man painted on the side or something.
There you go.
Can I do the 3rd?
It's yours.
All right.
Yeah. All right, man. Have fun.
All right. Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Okay, take care.
All right. Bye. And is it his appearance waived, Your Honor? Is his appearance waived on that day too?
Yes. Probably for the next 2 resets.
All right. Thank you, Judge. I appreciate you.
Okay, man.
All right. Bye-bye. Have a good day.
Bye.
Hey, Judge, I have a lady here. She's not on the docket today, but she out in Waller County, I believe. And she was on the docket for March the 5th, but she came today. So.
You wanna get her? And do you have cost number?
Sure.
What is it?
2445-248. It's on a Crystal Paul.
Yeah, I got it.
And,
Okay, do you mind bringing her?
sure, Ms. Paul. It's an assault case, Judge, and she does live in Belleville, Texas. It's a case from 2022.
Belleville?
Belleville.
Good morning, Ms. Paul. Ma'am, you were charged with assault. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. On September 29th, 2022, the complainant was at a bar when the defendant approached her, yelling obscenities at her. The defendant then pulled the complainant's hair and spun her around with both hands, and the complainant felt pain and discomfort.
So they're at a bar drinking?
They're strangers, Your Honor.
Ms. Paul, I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. Do you understand? I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go back to the bar in question and not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case.
Yes, sir.
These are your bond conditions. If you violate them, or if you pick up a new case, a warrant for your arrest will be issued. You will go into custody. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
We've given you a lawyer. It is your responsibility to stand for Mr. Pruitt and tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me that you're gone and AWOL, he can't get a hold of you, we will issue a warrant. Do you understand?
Judge, could I get the cause number when you finish next?
You ready?
445-248.
2445.
248.
Thank you.
You are also not to be in possession of any weapons as well, ma'am. Now, your lawyer tells you that you live in Belleville.
Yes, sir.
How far is that from here?
Over 50 miles for sure.
Okay, so if you're called upon to take a test, then you may take it at a Quest Diagnostics, and then it is your responsibility to get it to Carl, and then he will get it to us. But if you fail to do it, then a warrant will issue. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Don't drink, don't use, and don't pick up any new cases. Keep White counties safe.
Yes, sir.
You understand? All right, have you sign a reset with Victoria, then we'll have you get with Fleischer for your bond conditions, then you're free to go. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge. I'm here on Emmanuel Gonzalez Romero.
Back there,
He should be, well, best to my knowledge, is at the Montgomery County ICE Detention Center.
know
So,
that for sure?
last time I spoke with ICE, yes,
Have you checked late?
a week ago,
And as of a week ago, he was still in there?
he was still there. So I tried to ask them what's going on because they've been holding him now for about a month. So they've not done anything on the case.
You want to try to
Not
bench
his
warrant
immigration
him?
lawyer. I could check again if you like.
Do you want to bench warrant him?
It's up to you, Judge.
Well, I mean, what do you, because
Which form are you want me to?
because
Reset
otherwise
him
we're
to
in,
reset.
we're in a holding pattern and nothing is ever going to get done. If they end up deporting him, then,
Yeah.
you know, at least we can try to resolve it. If,
This is DWI first, yeah, I'm going to believe.
you said Luis Gonzalez?
I'm sorry?
Luis Gonzalez?
Who did?
Luis?
Who's Luis? No, Emmanuel, the name of the defendant, Emmanuel Gonzalez Romero.
It's on the jail docket or on the bond docket?
He's in the jail docket. Well, let me put it this way, he bonded out and ICE picked him up.
Right.
I think he's on the bond docket. It's technically considered bonded out in our system.
Yeah.
'Cause I just don't. I see it.
It's a deal with an accident, Judge. I don't know if the state
Yeah, I wouldn't
has done
see
a
what-
record. They're working on it, Judge. I figured you would be.
Yeah. One of those cases where the officer.
Maybe you should just dismiss it. What do you think about that?
I think we can do that here. Sorry.
I'm trying to see if I could look to see what their, you know, they have that certain page that you can go to determine whether they're going on a master docket or whether they have another kind of hearing that's set. I don't know what webpage that is.
Oh, they couldn't tell me. When I asked them, I said, what's going on? You've held them for about almost a month now. And I actually called Montgomery County Detention Center, ICE, and they said, we don't know.
I'll try to bench warrant him.
Okay,
And then just keep,
okay,
get back to,
okay, just reset it. How long do you want me to
I
reset?
don't know, just tell
Whatever.
them, yeah, whatever it is,
All right, thank you.
of course. Is that Miss Ferris? You have Sonia?
Is that who?
You have Miss Ferris?
No, I don't.
Yes.
Okay, so I have Mr. Linares. The case is a little old, so I'm approaching because of that. The state wants to,
In custody or on bond?
he's in custody.
Okay.
He's in custody. The state wants to continue to reach out to the restitution department. He does have a felony pending out of the same transaction. So I'm asking to get a reset to April 7th to after that.
How is it that we're at 250 and there's still no restitution?
There's 5 complainants, Your Honor, if that makes anything, brings any light to it. There's also a connected felony for a cab based on the same transaction.
Yeah.
So we're just working, we're gonna try to reach out to the complainant, see if we can get some documentation to the items that were stolen, and then go from there. We have it from, I think, one of our complainants, but we're trying to get the other
Problem
ones.
is like he's still in, right? So to try to get you know?
Yeah, we're also gonna reach out to Felony and see what they're thinking on their end. There is a 5 PDC offer, so
Oh, really?
yes, Your Honor.
What do they set there? What's
They are
the
set
setting?
on April 3rd.
Hey, but what is it? Is it disposed? It's pretrial conference? Great, so we know we're headed somewhere. So let's do more 30 days. We'll come back and then if we can do
Okay.
another reset, because I don't want to forget about him.
Right,
Um,
okay,
and then obviously you guys have offered if he takes something upstairs, then
Absolutely.
it was kind of consume this one.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So you said, Judge, a 30-day reset or after?
No.
Okay, 30-day
Because that's like 45 to 50
Yeah.
days. I don't want to do that long.
Okay, I'll do
Just in case
30-day
it don't-
reset and we'll reconvene.
Okay.
I also have Mr. Pedrier. First name Paul. This is again,
With a P?
yes.
In custody or on
Paul
bond?
Henry, he is out on bond.
I see it.
He did
Okay.
pick up another felony. He picked up a felony.
Ryer, come here. Come on.
He was waived today.
Remind me the name, sorry. I was
Paul Pedrier.
right.
Okay, I'll put him on for a minute. He's got to be here, please. Let him know. SFBF. Okay.
And then Mr. Singleton. I spoke to the DPD prosecutor and he wants to do an eval of the case and for us to do a 2-week reset, if we can do March 13th, have a 2-week reset so that he can evaluate the case.
Are you planning, is there an offer in this case?
There's no offer. I spoke to him about what I wanted to do and he wants to evaluate the case.
Right, but I need you to put an offer because it's not 200 days old. So
Right.
next setting is plea or trial.
Exactly. Mhm.
And then he must either accept the plea bargain at the next one, or I'm gonna set it for
Okay.
trial.
Okay. We're there with you, Judge.
Okay, so we'll give you 2 weeks, must appear, plea or trial.
Will do. Okay.
Oh, yes, there is an offer, Your Honor.
Okay,
It's a time offer. It looks like 222 days, which is a very specific amount. I'm assuming that's the credit he has.
Okay,
I'm going to talk to DVDs. 2 weeks reset. Thank you, Judge. That's, I believe. Is that, thank you.
what happened to the plea?
We need the interpreter, Judge.
Oh, okay.
Judge, did you sign the bonding interview when you get a chance?
Morning, how are you, Judge?
Good, man.
I know it has been. I like the jacket, by the way. It's very good. I'm approaching on Mr. Juan Andrade. And what I'm approaching on, Judge, is he wears a scram device on his ankle, which is fine. He has a curfew. The curfew is from 9 p.m. until 6 a.m. And I was hoping we could back it up to 4 a.m. He has a job. His employer needs him. He's been coming late by getting there at 6 a.m.
Show me that he's actually working and that he needs to be there at 4 and then.
Yes, Your Honor.
Equities to you, but.
Yes, Your Honor. I got it, Judge. Can I come back either later today or tomorrow once I can provide documentation of that?
Absolutely.
Okay, and then can we also, if you're amenable, can we waive his signature? Okay, thank you, Judge, because he's here today. Great.
Understand.
Thank you, Judge. Everything else okay? Since I'm dealing with all kinds of.
Hi.
Good morning, Judge. We're approaching on Kimberly Taylor on the fugitive docket.
She must be in custody then?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you want a bond?
Yes, Your Honor. She's requesting for a bond. However, she did say that if the amount is too high, then she would consider signing the waiver.
I don't know anything about it, so do you mind bringing her out, please? We'll talk to her and figure out, because I don't know anything about it, and then we can,
Sounds good, Judge.
state what is your position on it. number one, on a bond.
Yeah, I'm agreeable to a bond, Judge.
Okay, what about a lower?
I was okay with 3,000 if the court was okay with it, Judge.
Okay, let's see. I'm usually amenable to where if you guys can agree to something, I'm usually okay with whatever that is.
Yes, sir.
So, let's see. Morning, Ms. Taylor. How's jail? Well, when you have court dates and you miss court dates, this is what happens. They issue warrants, and if you're popped out of state, the process takes so much longer than it's just, as you can see. So it's come to my attention that you were wanted out of Louisiana, specifically the parish of St. Tammany, for failure to appear on a DWI first.
It was my first
Hold on, don't just start talking. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney. If you can't afford one, we appoint one to you. Problem is that everything you say, they're gonna try to use it against you to prove guilt, this, that. So that's why it's best just not to say anything at this point in time. We're out here now. The reason that you're out here now is because your lawyer wants me to set you a bond. I don't know. I gauge these things on a number of things. Number one, most importantly, are you a danger to my community? Number two, if we give you a bond, are you going to go back? Because that's really what we want. We want you to go back to take care of the case. If we set you a bond, we give you 2 weeks from the date of your release to go turn yourself in back to that jurisdiction. And if you do it, this fugitive case against you gets dismissed. If you fail to go turn yourself in, we will revoke that bond, set it at 0, and issue a nationwide warrant for your arrest. And we're gonna get you. This time, we will hold you here until Louisiana comes and gets you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so please tell me about her state.
Your Honor, other than what you have advised Ms. Taylor, other than the date of issuance of the warrant, which was April 22nd, 2024, she does not have criminal history that I can tell. That's pretty much all I have on her, Your Honor.
No, if she knew or actively evaded?
I don't.
Because it's nearly a year old.
Correct. I don't have any information that she did actively evade the law, Your Honor.
So could be like a 2B?
Could be.
Your Honor, it's a failure to appear, so.
Which would be inherently like if it's a failure to appear, you know?
Absolutely, Judge. I don't dispute that.
So, I mean, it's just no other priors?
No, Your Honor, I don't have anything.
I'm amenable to a bond, okay? But you have to understand that I have to make it sufficiently high that you're actually gonna go back. So what do you think she can afford?
Your Honor, if I'm being realistic, 1,500 would be what defense would request. She does have 3 children. She actually moved from Louisiana to Houston to be with her children. One of them is going to the university. He's 22 years old, and he would be the one that would help her go back to Louisiana and drive her over there to take care of the case. And she said that within the 2 weeks, he would be able to do that.
Okay, what are your thoughts to 1,500?
I think that 1,500 is a little low, Judge. We're here on a failure to appear. So the state is willing to come down to 3,000, and I think that's appropriate.
Okay, you have to understand that we don't play games. If I set you a bond, I'm going to set you a bond now, but I'm not going to do this again with you. You get one chance to make the right decision. If you fail to go back within the 2 weeks, you're old enough to know that actions have consequences, and here they are dire. Because not only will you lose all that money, I'm going to set it at 0. I'm not going to give you another one. You will be stuck like Chuck in there until Louisiana comes and gets you. Do you understand?
Yes.
You want 1,500?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll give it to you. Just go back. It's not hard. You understand? Just make me proud. Okay? All right. Mom said 1,500.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Make it.
Sorry.
Buenos días, señor. Yo soy su intérprete. Por favor, conteste todo a voz alta.
No, that's not it. You were Mr. Guevara Cruz.
Cruz.
Sí, señor.
Yes,
Juez.
sir.
Mr. Guevara, you have picked up an assault of a family member.
Caso de asalto, agresión física,
You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 90 days in jail
90
with
días
credit for the
cárcel,
97 days that you have done.
7 días que ya cumplió.
Led to the felony assault as well.
Yesterday,
What happened in that?
¿Qué sucedió?
18 days, it was 1244B, 1244A.
1244.
Mr. Guevara,
Señor Guevara Cruz,
you need to understand something very, very serious. Today,
serio.
with your plea of guilty, there is an affirmative finding of family violence. What that means is that
Eso quiere decir
if you ever pick up another case like this again, and it doesn't have to be a dragged down, beat down where there's blood, no. All you have to do is grab someone's arm and squeeze it enough to where it hurts. You will be looking at a third-degree felony, a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison.
10 años.
Do you understand?
¿Lo entiende?
Sí, señor juez.
Yes,
You
Judge.
never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this plea bargain agreement today as well.
Como el acuerdo que llegaron aquí hoy.
Give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement today.
Así hoy.
You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers, right to be arraigned, charged, read in open court. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported,
Consecuencias
excluded from
migratorias
the country,
posibles. Puede ser
denied
excluido del país,
naturalization
negarle
under law,
naturalización bajo leyes federales,
right to
renuncia a su
appeal.
derecho a
Plead
apelar
guilty.
cuando se declara
You
culpable.
can never change this or undo
Jamás
this.
puede cambiar.
Is this what you want to do?
Lo que quiere hacer.
Sí, señor juez.
Yes, Judge.
How do you plead to the
¿Cómo
assault?
se declara?
Am I
Agresión
guilty or
física
not guilty?
de miembro de familia, culpable o no culpable.
Culpable.
Guilty.
If find you guilty,
Lo encuentro
like I said,
culpable.
there's an affirmative
Okay.
finding of family violence.
Sentencia.
Good luck to you, sir.
Buena suerte. A usted, señor.
Thank you. Mr. Barnes.
Here, Miss McCoy.
McCoy.
She was released from Fort Bend County. She was supposed to be here.
Is she here?
Could have had contact with her. Did she come next week?
If you've had contact with her, why is she not here now?
She didn't have transportation and she just kind of remembered that she had to be here.
So she just didn't want to come.
I wouldn't say that, but that's what you said.
I mean, but you're saying she knew about it and just like,
She could have.
Kind of forgot
No,
about
no, that's what she said, that she just remembered this morning.
that's so many issues with Miss McCoy. I mean,
I've just met her, or this is.
I'm telling you, I've had quite a number of history with her, and I can tell you in 23, I've got 4 cases. They're all at 10,004. It's not my first rodeo. So what I'll do is I'll set it for bond forfeiture for Monday. If she fails to appear on Monday, I'm going to revoke the bond, Mr. Pons.
I had a trip plan. My dad fell, so I gotta go.
Sucks.
Yeah,
81.
I was gonna ask for Thursday if she can have a week.
When do you get back?
Wednesday. So how about Wednesday?
No, I don't want to get back. Thursday's fine.
Okay, thank you.
But I don't, if she's not here, I don't give a rat's behind what the excuse is. You know what I mean?
Let's do this.
Because
I can do Monday Zoom if you let me Zoom in.
yes,
Okay,
that's why we have it.
Yeah, I know. I don't like doing that, but
Then don't. You can have Thursday if you want. It's not.
let's do Monday Zoom.
Sure?
Yeah. I'm good.
Okay.
I got a plan. Thank you.
All right, for sure.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I've been appointed to represent Mr. Lewis Woodard. Mr. Woodard is in custody.
Give me 1 second.
On my phone. Yes. Yes.
Ah. What would you like?
Your Honor, we'd just like to roll this to Monday. I spoke with the state. State just needs to with the CW. I think we have a resolution. Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Have fun.
May I be excused? Yes, sir.
Senor West, get ready.
You got?
I got Mr. Oscar Cruz. The clerk handed you some paperwork that I need to address with you.
Oh.
So we had.
Is he in custody or
He's
something?
in custody, Judge. So we had requested a psych evaluation on him, back in October. Exactly.
And it's still not done?
Correct. We'd like to withdraw that, request at this point.
Is everything better?
Yes.
They, I guess, get medication or something? What happened?
Did they get what, sir?
Medication?
I don't know. I guess he just leveled out. He seems coherent now. And the previous, if you'll read the psych eval, it was based off, the bailiff's observations. So that's why I was told to file it.
Got it.
Not based off of my observations.
I see.
Do you see? So, he appears to be fine now. So if you'd like to withdraw that.
Yeah, what do you,
We'll just withdraw it, Judge. So, I spoke to the felony court and they've resolved that case. This case,
I remember this. No, it was. I remember, I talked to him and it.
yeah, so I did, that all happened before I spoke. When I spoke to him, he was fine, but I just did that because the bailiffs and the court told me to file it. And it was just never done. So the felony is set for tomorrow, I'm sorry, for next week at some point, and this one is, that won't get to resolve.
Is there an offer in the felony case?
2 years,
TDC.
2 years,
See.
an assault on a police officer.
Okay. And I guess that will
This one is get dismissed as part of it.
set it for the Tuesday?
Um,
It's Monday.
they are set Monday, yeah, Tuesday works. Yes, sir, thank you.
Yeah, good. Oh, you need me to white, right?
Yeah,
Just need me to white it?
yeah. Oh, and on that, plea paperwork, I printed it out before you could sign it electronically.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why.
No problem. Man, are you Sonia Ferris? Okay. Do you have a lawyer? Okay.
Yes.
Do you need more?
No, that won't.
We got one flower or
Hi, Carl, he spilled his coffee. Spilled the coffee, broke the computer, you know, stained everything.
Thought somebody upchucked or something.
No, thankfully.
I will write it, yes.
Carmel Robinson is back from testing.
Come on, Mr. Robinson.
Judge, he's still positive, but I knew he would be.
Deputy, ain't you going? Deputy, ain't you going? I need your help. It doesn't make me happy what I'm about to do, but you have to know that we mean business. And if I don't, then I'm enabling this behavior, telling you that it's okay, when it most certainly is not. I told you not to use any illegal drugs. You've now tested positive 3 times. I'm now revoking your bond and I'm taking you to jail.
Judge, mother's in court today.
I know, we'll talk. As
far as the new bond amount, she doesn't have a whole lot of finances. She's a single
Just give me a
mom.
second. I just want him to know that we mean business. So on Friday, I can let him out. And then we were gonna do the same process. I will test him again in, 45 to 50 days. If it happens again, then it's gonna be longer, right? Then it'll be a week. Somehow I have to get through to him. But please, one of the worst parts of being in jail, it stinks. There's no windows, there's no clocks, but the worst part is not knowing when you're gonna get out. So please, I'm telling you on Friday, I will, but don't tell him. Because not knowing is the worst part, right? But I'm with you, and I just wanted to stop. Okay, so hopefully this is enough to give them a wake-up call, so.
Can't remember till tomorrow.
Oh, damn, I thought today was Wednesday. I wanted to do at least 2 days. Yeah, I guess so. We'll just do one day.
He's still in school.
I know, but I have to know that he's serious. So I'll keep it, but don't say, because the worst part is not knowing, just,
Because he has to do it, Nobody gonna get to his head until he was.
You want me to do it over the weekend or do you want to do it tomorrow? You tell me. Okay, whatever you want, but I hope it's enough because.
And the only reason I interjected you do it tomorrow because, he's missing school today and he'll miss school tomorrow, but if he stays in the weekend, then he'll miss Monday too, so.
Okay.
And we still wanted him to stay in school.
We can give you a school excuse too, so don't worry about it.
I know that.
We'll give you a school excuses so that at least it's an excused absence, so.
Just carry him up to tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll carry him to tomorrow. Well, he'll be carried tomorrow anyways, regardless, right? So, okay. If you want to come, you can. It's up to you, because I don't know if you work, if you want to miss a day of work. So, but I'm telling you, so I'm gonna let him out and he'll usually get out, from the time that we process the release, like 6 to 8 hours. So I can't give you an exact time.
No, that's fine.
But it'll be tomorrow.
You make contact. Thank you.
Yeah, and then Carl is always with you too, so.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Well, I hope it helps. If not.
We gonna go to the week or whatever.
Okay.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thanks, Carl. Hi, Joe.
How you doing today? Nice coat. Your Honor, I'm here on Espinosa.
Okay.
Your Honor, the coordinator asked that I approach you today because this case is 185 days old. We're completing our mitigation packet and we just needed some additional time to get this complete.
Here's Mr. Espinoza.
His appearance was waived today.
Would not have been waived at 185.
The last one.
Okay, so I'm going to set up for 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
If he does not have it done in 2 weeks, then I'm going to carry him day for day until he gets it done. You need to let him know this. He must appear here at the next setting. So unless it's completely turned in with everything, but this appearance is mandatory. Okay? Okay, Joe. Thanks. Yeah. Hi.
I have Omar Syed.
Okay.
One of them's old, one of them's not. They offered mental health evaluation, do what they say, dismiss both.
Okay.
They just told me to approach.
Do you have a day yet?
Well, no, because what do they say? I don't know. They could say.
No. So it's mental health PTI, right? So they usually set you for a time where you're gonna go to the Harris Center.
I have not gotten the time.
How do we get the day?
Normally gives show them 10 days of the signature, so I think in my
Oh,
understanding.
it's just to show up. That's right. Okay.
And then if he does
So
what
you're
they say,
signing today?
I just got the offer today. So I have him sign, go in 10 days.
Okay.
If they asked him to do something.
So we'll
get
set you off.
approved. Sir?
Set you off 2 weeks then.
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
If
Okay.
there's any issue.
If he, let him know, if he doesn't go, I'm setting it for trial because there's 225 on the, so all he has to do is show up.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks.
This is on Otero Felix, Judge.
Felix's last name?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This one from trial.
state has offered us a time served, and he is adamant that he had nothing to do with this.
Is he in jail? I don't see a Felix.
I tell Judge,
Terrell, IT.
yeah,
Felix.
nice jacket.
Thanks. I see it. Okay, that was last. Okay, do you want March, or how about April 1st? It's a Tuesday. Is that okay?
Sounds good.
Okay. Top of page 13, jury trial, April 1st. Hi, Eric.
Hey, Judge, how are you?
Hey, man, what's new?
I have Tyler Williams as an arraignment today.
Tyler Williams, come up. Good morning, Mr. Williams. Good morning, Your Honor. You were charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Your lawyer is here with you, but on Zoom, just so that you know you're not alone. Okay? Okay.
Your Honor, on February 20th, 2025, officers were dispatched to a traffic hazard at 13,755 Main Street in Harris County, Texas. The officer approached a stalled motor vehicle on the freeway on the shoulder while in operation. The defendant was passed out behind the wheel of the motor vehicle. Upon waking the defendant, the officer observed a mild odor of an alcoholic beverage, incoherent speech, bloodshot eyes, and slurred speech. The defendant stated that he had a Long Island iced tea at a bar before heading home. SFSTs were conducted. For the HGN, it was a 6 out of 6. The walk and turn was a 7 out of 8. And the one leg stand was a 3 out of 4. The DIC was read and the defendant consented to breath, which the results were a 0.138 and a 0.143.
Okay. Any private advice?
No history, Your Honor.
Can you run the license to see if any is a Texas driver license?
Yes.
Mr. Williams, I'm going to find that there is sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, then I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and a liability insurance in your name. If you don't have car insurance, you are not allowed to drive as well, and that is a part of your bond condition as well. Great. So you have a lawyer. Good job on having a lawyer. Because you do, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Mr. Benavidez, and he will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he cannot get a hold of you because you've gone and you're not responding to phone calls, text messages, you pick up a new case, you become a danger to my community, I only have one thing that I'm going to do. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll have you sign a wreath of Victoria. We'll have you get with Fleischer for your bond conditions, and then after that, you're free to go.
Yes, Your Honor.
April 29th through May 1st.
April 29th through May 1st, Eric.
The 29th works.
Yeah. Which one?
The 29th is good.
Got it.
All right, thank you, Judge.
All right, thanks. Mr. Byrne.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Hey.
Yes.
What's new?
Oh, I've got kind of a unique situation here. Somebody on docket that I took over the case for Emily DeToto when she won and took the bench, and then Paul Morgan is handling a felony that he has as well. But this is yes, it would probably been a little more simple if one of us had both of them. But either way, talking with the state about resolution on this case, and
Last name?
Cortez.
A PTI would have been great, but the felony was filed and pending when this DWI was picked up. He's still a first-time offender DWI with no criminal history because the other case is still active.
Wait, is it a flat no, or is it possible that they apply?
So I tell defense he's welcome to apply. I don't have great, and I don't want to put words in anyone's mouth,
I
but
think a lot of things have changed.
the underlying is,
Right,
the first degree felony.
right.
Acceptable and perhaps more efficient would be if the court would be inclined if we pled open to give a defer.
It's up to you. I'm okay with it.
So
Yeah,
only thing I need to do is, so I need to go confirm, the orders we got from felony is basically plea, my understanding that was a conviction. I need to go check with them to make sure that they're good with us just going back to redirect, which I can do shortly. I just need to confirm.
You got time? What time is it now? It's 11? You have a little bit of time? He can send an email to see if they're,
if who, felony?
If the felony prosecutors come with us just going back to redirect, then we have to go back.
is it gonna impact upstairs regardless?
I mean,
I don't think
there's
so.
totally
I
unrelated.
just want to make sure that
cases.
we're not, because of the serious nature of the felony, I just want to make sure that we're doing this felony is okay.
Yeah, I just don't, the felony's not going, I don't understand the relationship,
Yeah,
the relevance.
I guess let's,
I can email them right now. Try and follow orders and hierarchy. I will email them.
I certainly don't want you to get in trouble, right?
I'm not gonna say, oh no, don't plead. If anything, they're expecting,
No,
or I have to
and
dismiss that at some
if they-
point when
if
they work
they
that upstairs.
I'll give you a couple to apply for PCI if you want to try it, you know? I would just
Yeah.
go right to the top now, because so go to like Judge Geis. I think that's who he would apply to, right?
So we can't
Yeah.
plea open without state's consent.
And I'm emailing Sally right now.
Yeah, they gotta waive it, Julie.
Right.
You gotta waive. So, all right, so take a second, give me 10 minutes.
Yeah,
And I'm okay with it for what it's worth, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think that'd be the best for that. Thanks, Josh.
Okay, hi, you ready?
Or Mr. Ramirez.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he in custody?
He's in custody.
Ramirez. I have Mr. Rodriguez.
He had hired, like a few, maybe like a week ago. I was supposed to, he had hired like maybe a week ago or so.
Hired you?
His family, hired our firm.
Okay.
And then they,
I need you guys to do a motion to sub then.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
have you reached out to Carlos to let them know?
I've gotten, consent, but I've been in court. We had the motion to sub in the queue, like, I think earlier this week when he was on docket and the court appointed attorney seen, and I spoke with the coordinator about it. And I believe he had notice of the motion to sub. And every day I've just kind of gotten to the court late.
Yeah, I have Carlos Rodriguez on as a lawyer, as a hired lawyer.
As a hired lawyer?
As a hired lawyer, right.
Okay.
We don't have,
Got you.
unless that's some kind of mistake, I can reach out to him. Give me a second. So do you want to sign on?
If I'm gonna go talk to him in a second and see if they hired Carlos, if that's what the attorney that he wants, because I'm just doing what they kind of told me.
So Carlos, had someone else coming in and talking to him, counsel just can't listen up, but my understanding of trying to
Carlos, who's here for Carlos?
I forget her name, female here.
I mean, that's.
Yeah. Great description.
But she came the last 2 days and wants to.
Okay.
And that's fine. If she
Up
does
to
it,
you,
I'm
whatever
gonna
you
go talk to
guys
him and
wanna-
ask him.
I guess, yeah.
Let me ask him.
To go on.
Smart as a three.
Hey, come on up, yeah.
Have Mela Santana on your docket?
What is it?
Santana?
Back there?
No, she's on one, Judge.
Okay.
Here's waived, I think, today. I know Judge speaks Spanish, so I said Santana.
It's old.
I know, Judge. PTI, we got the contract, we got the $300 DA fee. She went and got a portable.
Oh.
She was supposed to get an interlock. Then she went to go try to exchange it. Portable people are saying, no, now we need an authority to sign something saying that you're supposed to get an interlock.
And in the contract, that they get.
Yes, I gave her the interlock order from the DA's contract, and she said, no, they wouldn't accept that. I had my court clerk file something for you if you want to look at it, just something really basic. Maybe that'll get them to
Yeah, I'll sign it.
take it off. Or take the portable away from her and put the interlock on her car. Because her license is valid now. I think she had a ALR suspension
But
sometime
I
in
would
between.
put like, you know, to
I'll
remove
put it in
the
there.
portable device in exchange for the interlock device.
Okay.
You know,
In exchange,
and put, you know, and in exchange for the ignition interlock
okay,
that goes in the car.
I'll sign that.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll have them refile that right now,
I'm
Judge.
happy to sign it.
Okay, and that's,
But don't we have a court order that we would use anyways? Well, let me just use our regular court order.
We do, but I think Ramon always generates it. Let me look in our.
Who's representing Mr. Smart?
I am.
I don't know if I'm gonna. Nope. Well, is it just a time served?
He has 83 days.
No, I want to have him T-Razzed.
Okay.
I have family members calling up for him, scared for you. I'll talk to you in a second. Hold on, as you're going. I'm gonna get an order for you.
okay,
So that we
I
can
have
get you.
two on the docket. I'll circle back.
Okay, let me just talk to them real quick. Coming up, Mr. Smart.
Yes, sir.
Every time you come here, you look worse and worse and it's really sad. You know that I have family members that are calling over here worried about you?
No.
Dad is called over here looking for you.
Dad.
Yes. I think it's dad. I think it's your dad.
See, there's a restraining order between, he put the restraining order
Mr. Smart,
on me.
Mr. Smart, we're not going to talk about the restraining
I
order.
have your family members that have called multiple times looking for you, scared, trying to get you off the street because they're worried about you. And the last thing I want to do is stop this where you pick up a case, you plead, you get back on the street, you pick up a case, you plead, you get back on the street, you pick up a case. We've been doing this now for 5 years. It stops today. No. What I would like to do is set up a TRAS to see how we go forward with you, Mr. Smart. But as I see now, you are withering before my eyes. And it just, every time I see you, it looks worse.
What's it,
Mr. Smart, he'll explain it to you.
sir?
I'll explain it to you as to you, sir.
A TRAS is an evaluation to see how we go forward with you in light of your situation and what's going on with you. I don't want you to die, Mr. Smart. That's all I want. And you're very slowly killing yourself.
Isn't this is a trespass misdemeanor?
Judge,
Huh?
Your Honor, he has 83 days. He has already spent in jail for this mistake.
Strong, do you get what I'm saying though?
I do get what you're
I've
saying.
literally, over the course of 4 to
Yeah.
5 years, every couple months, he would pick something up and then he takes off for a couple years. And look, this is not a good way to go through life, man. You're literally killing yourself extremely slowly. And you have people out there that really care for you, that are looking for you. I'm not going to take this. No.
Judge, just one extra argument. If we were to do jail release instructions to a family member,
We've done that.
after the plea, if he pleads today and we can, or even I can get in contact with his family, we can roll it to tomorrow. He pleads to the time served, I can have jail release instructions to one of those family
Strong,
members.
you've done that.
Okay,
He doesn't listen to family members. He
Okay.
doesn't stay. He goes back onto the street and does whatever he wants to do. The only thing that I would like to do is to tear your ass to see how we go forward.
Okay.
But I need you to speak to my clinicians to see how best we go forward to figuring this out. But no more revolving door.
I thought this was just a misdemeanor, sir.
it is a misdemeanor, Mr. Smart.
Well, how long can you hold me for a misdemeanor? I've been here for 2 months.
Not been here for 2 months.
It's been 80-something days.
Thanks. I'd like to, can you set up the TRS immediately, please? We'll get it done. Hey, Ms. Strong, I'll get it done within the next 2 days.
Okay.
So he's not sitting there languishing.
Okay,
Somehow I'll see if I can get you the numbers of the family members.
yes,
'Cause
please. That would be helpful,
I'll have-
Judge.
Mona's not here.
Okay.
She was the one who answered the phones and I don't,
Mhm.
there's gotta be a way that we can like trace to see, get the phone numbers for you.
Okay,
And then I'll try to get it for you then.
thank you, Judge. Should we do a 2-week
I
reset?
don't know, what do you think?
Does he have like a competency or anything?
I think
I
that-
just think
No,
it's a major
No,
difference.
it's all substance abuse. It's all,
I would say a week just to get the report done.
okay. We're gonna expedite it for sure, but hopefully
Okay.
within the next, 3 days we can get it done.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Hey, ready? Hey, man.
I got Mr. Fury smiling in your docket today.
Oh, smile?
Smiling.
Okay.
Basically, we're gonna submit a mitigation package to the state right before our next appearance on April the 3rd for the felony, for potential PTI.
You have it turned in?
No, I haven't turned it in yet, but
It's 200 days.
I know, Judge. I mean, I don't know why they set it so far apart. I didn't need all the way to
It's
April.
just the UCW, right?
Yeah, here is UCW, and it's really, it emanates from the alleged allegation up there in the felony court. Legally, absent him having probable cause of commission of another crime, we wouldn't be here for the UCW. So essentially, I've talked to the state. I didn't ask for it to push it way out to April 3rd. But
I'm not gonna care. I mean, it's just getting way too
well, I
long.
know, but at the very minimum, because we're at the end of February here, put on this, because I'm gonna submit it prior to that so we get a decision that day. Maybe I get a decision sooner.
So
I mean,
you're gonna have to submit 2 mitigation packets, right? You're gonna have to do one in felony and one in misdemeanor, because they're not gonna just do one. So,
is that the way they're doing that?
so let's do this. I'm gonna set you off 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
He's gotta have the packet done.
I'll submit both of them at that time, and hopefully we can have I'm sure we will have resolution one way or the other.
Is Mr. Smiley here?
No, it's appearance waived.
Okay. I don't know how it got waived at 200 days. But it should not
know.
have been. So let me tell you this, Frederick. So I'm setting him 2 to 3 weeks. If he doesn't have it done, I'm gonna roll him day for day
Yep.
until he gets it done.
We'll have it done.
Okay,
I get it, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
take care, friend.
Counsel, what is that?
Topic 22, or bottom of 22.
Okay.
Your Honor, I am here on Mrs. Diane Farris, Farris.
Wait a second, hold on. Hey, Corey. All right, good. Huh?
I'll stop by. My client yesterday, Simmons Irvin,
You think?
I don't remember if she.
Just sit down.
Okay, that's, yeah.
She wanted to talk to you, but
Yeah, she said that I'm fired too, but I assume I'm not. Yeah,
she never told us that.
okay, that's fair,
So
yeah,
just stay on it for now.
okay,
I don't even know what's going on with it.
neither do I. We're waiting on videos, so,
Yeah,
all right,
okay.
appreciate it, thank you.
Sorry, Mr.
Thank,
Booth.
that's okay, Your Honor. Thank you very much, sir. Judge, I'm here on Miss Diana Ferris, and you're gonna have to work with me on trying to get through this here. This is a very complex situation. Being that I haven't had an opportunity to look at the facts of this case because I haven't been attached yet. But I've spoken with several people, but let's start it off from here. Mrs. Ferris currently has a case of theft that was filed on February the 6th, 2025. It's my understanding that Mrs. Ferris was under the impression that this case was dismissed. I told her, I don't know when the case was,
It's open. She's never even been here.
yeah, that's what, because she told me that she felt it was dismissed. She has a
I thought I
felony.
had hair.
Yeah, yes, sir. She has a felony. She's on probation in a felony court, and she's there. She's her probation officer is here. She's in custody up there. She's
Probation officer's here.
yes, sir. The probation officer is here, Mrs. Tiana. She knows more about this case than I do at this time, because she's
Thank you for coming.
yeah. Judge, may she come up? So she-
I don't know. Hold on a second. We haven't even done probable cause of this thing. All I know is that, was she due here? She failed to appear for a setting? Is that what happened with Ms. Ferris?
For Ferris?
Yeah.
But she thinks this case was supposed to have been dismissed.
Okay, come up, Ms. Ferris.
It was a non-arrest and the PSR is up there with you. Oh, no, it's not brought to me.
Ms. Ferris, you were charged with theft. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. I have no idea what happened on this case. All I know is that you've been charged with a Class A theft. I've appointed you a lawyer with Mr. Dixon now. We're going to do probable cause to see what actually happened. Please.
On January 5th, 2025, the complainant reported that his church mailed out checks for payments to various utilities with multiple checks that were then stolen. After being assigned the case, the officer spoke with the complainant, who stated that he received back his bank statement, which reported the following checks being stolen. The first check for $780.20, which was drawn off his.
Oh, I remember this. There's like several different people that are,
Yes, so there's multiple
Okay.
checks. The next check is for $780.40. The next check is for $784.09. That was to a Mr. Tinko, who reported that he didn't know the individuals and did not give them consent to endorse or cash canvas checks. They then subpoenaed the bank records and showed that the checks were changed to pay Sonia Maris at the Chase Bank at 1520 San Felipe Street.
do we have it that she actually negotiated the check and put the in her account?
Are there any complete readings?
I have to figure that,
Yes.
banks, I mean, there are cameras everywhere.
And Judge, may you please ask
Yes,
her what
the
date?
teller job log journals indicate that the person casting the check presented a Texas ID as the primary identification source. The officer then checked this identification through the Texas driver's license database and found that it was associated to the.
What was the date of the transaction, may I ask state? Because my client has been incarcerated. She hasn't been.
2023, believe it or not. Yes.
What is it?
On April 12th, 2023.
April 12th, 2023. Okay. So, Ms. Ferris, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. It's a bit too messy.
I was in the way.
We'll get there. I just wanted to make sure that it wouldn't be on the time that you were incarcerated.
April of 23, 22, April 23rd, I got out of the way.
Ms. Ferris, as a condition of your bond, I'm ordering you not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. That is, I guess you said a church, right? Or the person who is associated. So you're not to have any contact with the actual church and the person who is the owner of the checks. I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the co-defendants in this case as well. If I find that you pick up a new case, if I find that you're a danger to my community, if I find that you break these conditions, then same will happen to your bond. I will revoke it, put you in jail, no more PR bonds. Do you understand?
I do.
I've given you a lawyer. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Dixon. If he tells me that he can't get a hold of you because you're ducking and dodging, likewise, a warrant will issue.
Sure.
Guys, we have to set a bond on this case. So what bond? What do you think? State? What's appropriate? And is a PR bond appropriate in this case in light of that she's on felony probation for a third-degree felony?
We asked for $5,000 charge.
Judge, I would respectfully ask a PR bond on this case. The probation officer, the CS community supervision officer is here. Mrs. Ferris has been diagnosed as being bipolar with psychotic tendencies. She was on cocaine, ecstasy, and other major drugs, but she was determined to be competent. Right now, she is not free. She is not free. She is in custody with the in-house.
Oh, she's in DDRP?
Yes, sir. She's in DDRP at this time.
So I have to give her a PR bond.
Yes, sir.
Because if I take her into custody now, that kind of ixnay on the DDRPA, right?
And her felony court's aware, we did a case review and they want her to continue treatment, finish it successfully.
And I always want, it's okay, don't worry about it. I always want that as well. You know, we want you to complete the treatment. It is also a condition of your bond that you're not to use alcohol, illegal drugs, and I'm going to test you like crazy to make sure that you're not using. Do you understand?
I do.
Okay, so I will set the bond at 5,000 and then I will grant her a PR bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Case number? It is 255-0584. Thank you. Okay, so for now, I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. We will also have you meet with Felicia for your bond conditions. We'll have you sign the bond conditions. Do you have a date of release?
Yeah, I can look right now.
Yeah, do you mind if you can provide it to Mr. D? That way we know we can set her case for the day after. That way we can get here to be able to monitor her with everything. Okay, all right. Good luck, Ms. Ferris.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. D. Yeah, hi, Bo, come on.
We have a plea for Mr. Marco Diaz, Your Honor.
Let's do it.
We'll have you right on.
I'm sorry, they were waiting on the bond amount for Robinson. Who was I put his bond at?
The second team. 5,001.
The conditions for Ms. Ferris, can we go over those again?
No alcohol, no drugs, random UA, no contact with co-defendants, no weapons, no contact with the church, or no contact with the person who's, I guess, either the owner or the money. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Diaz.
How you doing?
So you're charged with possession of a controlled substance. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 1 day that you've done. You need to understand, sir, that this is going to go on your record. It can be used against you anytime you pick up any new cases. You will now be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. It looks to me that you're also on felony probation. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
You need to understand that this can, by pleading guilty to this offense, this may result in that probation being revoked, resulting in further confinement. Do you understand?
Sir.
Do you still want to do this?
Sir.
How do you plead to the offense of possession of a controlled substance, guilty or not guilty? You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never come back and change this. You understand? You're on felony probation. There's only so many times they're going to bend over before they, put you in prison, man.
Sir.
You know?
I don't want that.
Don't say anything, but really, the more you pick up, the worse it is. All right? All right, good luck.
Your Honor, good seeing you.
Okay.
Is the plea ready for Rodriguez?
Almost.
I didn't know if it was filed. Okay.
Slowpoke Rodriguez.
No, Trey.
I'm about to.
You know who that is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome's office.
No, who's so Speedy Gonzalez? That was his cousin, Slowpoke Rodriguez.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was in the cartoon a lot. Hey, Vic, who's next?
Next is.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yes,
We got.
I have Mr. Spence, Your Honor.
Page 24. Can we live online, did it for the network?
Hello? And? Okay, zoom back on. Do you mind? Please, thanks.
Huh? Gonzalez?
Okay, give me a second, Dion.
Yes, sir.
You are Vincent Rodriguez.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rodriguez, you're charged with terroristic threat of a family or household member. That allegation kicks it up to a Class A misdemeanor, so you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you a 9-month deferred. So he's got 2 cases. He's got the criminal trespass and this case.
Correct, and they're be dismissing the newer criminal trespass case.
Is this what you want to do, sir? You're gonna be on paper for the next 9 months. As a result, you cannot use illegal drugs. You cannot use alcohol, and I'm gonna test you like crazy. I want you to know that. You really want to do this. If you violate this probation, you're looking at a year in jail. Do you understand? You give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Are you sure? He picked up a case while he's on bond. I mean, really? Are you going to be able to make this thing? You can't even stay out of trouble while you're on bond for this case, man. Really?
That's what I'm making. I got this.
You know, the thing is that when you get on probation and it gets revoked, you look at a whole ton of more time and you're expected to do stuff on time, you know, meet with probation every month. You have to take a test every month to prove that you're not using alcohol or illegal drugs, no smoking weed, no using, you know what I mean? Are you sure you can do this?
Yes, sir.
All right. How do you plead to the offense of terroristic threat? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm not going to find you guilty. I will withhold that for 9 months. As part of the agreement, you will do an effective decision-making class. You will do an 8-hour anger management class, 20 hours of community service. Did you graduate from high school?
No, sir.
Then that's what we're going to do. You will now be expected, instead of the community service, you need at the very minimum a high school diploma, Mr. Rodriguez. And now that I know that you don't have one, I'm going to keep you until you get one. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to test you in 2 weeks for drugs and alcohol. You know now. Do not use. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I will make you a deal. I like to take people off early when they do well to reward them. The minute you get your GED. And I mean, you got to do the class as well, but the minute you do get your GED, I'll take you off, man. All we want you to do is make you better than you left. But I'm telling you now, I will hold you to this until the end. So if you try to toy with us, I can file an issue a warrant for your arrest, put you in jail, let you out after a week for you to do what you're supposed to do. You toy again, right back in, and in 2 weeks this time. Toy again, 3 weeks next time. Do you understand?
I understand.
All I want you to do is get your high school diploma.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
I understand.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. Waive all his fees. It's never about the money, Mr. Rodriguez. I don't care about the money. Money makes no difference to me. It's just you doing what you say you're gonna do. And keep my streets safe, because that's what I care about. Okay, all right, makes sense. Good morning, Mr. Gonzalez. Oh, Tony.
Buenos días, señor González. Good morning.
Mr. Gonzalez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, first offense. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow, so you are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 270 days in jail with credit for the 96 days that you have done. Is this how you understand this?
Yes.
You need to understand, Mr. Gonzalez, that this charge is going to go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. If you ever get pulled over in a car, an officer looks you up, they're going to, they will see this DWI. If they roll up to your window and they smell alcohol on you, it's probably not going to go well for you.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
You need to also understand that as of today, you will now be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up.
Okay.
You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are sufficient consequences. You can be deported from the country, non-naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you can never change this. If I were you, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, I would never get into a car again because you're taking a humongous risk. How do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Is it true or untrue that you had a 0.15 or above?
I had 1.15, I think.
Okay, so that is true then. Okay, true enhancement. All right, sir. Did he say guilty?
Yes, Your Honor, he did.
Usted se declara culpable. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna find you guilty. I will send you to the agreement. I am now going to suspend your ability to drive 90 days. Do not drive the license. Good luck, sir. Okay, we're gonna waive all the fines and. Okay, good luck. Mr. Okay. Give me a second. Hold on. I have Dion's been waiting. Dion.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Okay, you have Spence.
Shaquan Spence, his appearance was waived.
Okay. Is discovery
The state
complete?
just made an offer. I want to try to negotiate that down a little bit, Judge. Maybe 30-day reset, please.
They offered 30 days, you say?
No, I'm asking you for a reset for 30 days. They
Oh, I
made
see.
a BIP offer, a PTI, including BIP was the offer. I'm just trying to get that a little lower.
It was the online bid, so it's like.
It's an online bid. It's not the 18-week.
Okay.
So, okay, I mean, your case is old. I will give you the reset that you want, but at the next setting, it's plea or trial. And he's got
That's
to-
fine, Judge. That's fair.
Okay,
Judge, how is March 24th through the 26th?
March 24th through the 26th.
28.
Okay, it's yours.
24th through the 26th.
Sorry.
24th to the 26th.
I'll do 26 if I can zoom in. 26 will be fine.
Okay,
Required appearance?
yes, defendant must be here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Thanks, bud.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
You too. Coming up. Fleischer,
Yes, Judge.
did you test? Last name again?
Wilson.
Wilson, did you test Mr. Wilson? Yes. He was supposed to go take a test. Did you go take a test?
Yes.
Did he take a test with probation?
49 San Jacinto?
They're both pretrial and probation building. I don't see any ones on our end, but for the MHA,
Oh.
it may have been with Shatoria.
Do you know where she is?
He's right there, talking with someone in custody. Yeah.
Just coming.
Hi, Shatori. That's okay. So we sent Mr. Wilson for a test?
It's negative.
Wonderful. Okay, that's all I'm asking you to do. Stay negative, don't use, and stay out of trouble. So you said the next reset day that you got was what day?
April 17th.
I can give you the same day, Mike, but with us, we need to do something on that day.
Oh, no, I agree. And I
I'm not holding it
believe
any
that-
longer after that. We will have a hearing. If it's not resolved upstairs by then, I'm gonna have a hearing whether to
Yes,
revoke.
sir. Yes, sir. No problem. If we have the medical records, then I think the state will be in a different position.
So let's set up a hearing on that, on the 17th. And let
Yes, sir.
everybody know as far as probation department so that they're ready. Subpoena if they need to, they're subpoenaed. Okay. Don't use, stay out of trouble. I don't want to have to put you in jail. Do you understand? Okay. All right. We'll have you sign a reset. We'll get you out of here.
Right this way.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Someone else is on drugs. Went on good.
That was funny.
I think that's it, right? We done?
Almost, Judge. Let me take a look.
Mr. D, you're good to go.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Ma'am, what is your name? Gonzalez?
Yes, sir. Judge, I've emailed counsel 3 different times. No response.
Have you spoken to your lawyer?
Spoke to her since then, and she said that, Ms. Hudson got stuck in another court, and that her, Ms. Hudson or Ms. Jeremy would be here very shortly. That's what I have.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll, you can roll it again, but if someone's not here by the next time, tell them I'm gonna have a show call, I'm gonna have a show cause hearing. I can't get them here. It's been 3 times already. Have they turned in the mitigation packet, state?
Who is the?
Gonzalez is the last name. I guess, is that the last thing?
No, Judge.
What else?
We have.
Mr. D, you got something?
Just a matter of, what do you want to do with David Shaw, Judge? He was on bond with us on tampering with a government record. Subsequent to that, he picked up a indecent exposure.
Oh, I had no idea. You got him back, Shaw?
He's in custody.
You mind bringing him out?
And did you? Yes.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I'm ready.
Oh, no. Oh.
Yeah, I'll just get back.
Yeah, I guess so. Got out of class or something.
Yes, sir, I know, sir, to the judge, or
Yes,
yes,
sir.
your honor, or no, your honor.
You are on bond for tampering with a government record in addition to a fraud. And it has now come to my attention that you've picked up an indecent exposure. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. On the indecent exposure, please.
On February 25th, 2025, officers were dispatched to an apartment complex in Harris County, Texas. And the complainant stated that she walked to the parking lot of her apartment complex. And the complainant stated she entered the driver's seat of her vehicle, which was parked north to face her apartment building. And she observed the resident of the apartment number 320 staring at her from the window of his apartment. The defendant then lowered his shorts below his genitals and held his erect penis in his hand. He was moving his hand up and down along his penis in a sexually gratifying manner. The complainant was offended and alarmed.
All right, Mr. Shaw, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm now ordering you as a condition of your bond not to expose yourself into the public against other people. Do you understand? I'm now also, being that you are on bond with the case and you've now picked up a new case, I'm now going to revoke your bond on the first case as well. And I will now set that at 5,003. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have contact with the complaining witness in this case. And not to go within 500 feet of where she lives or where she works. You understand?
Yes.
Also not to be in possession of weapons as well.
Impossible, it's not. No, it's not impossible, it's in order of the court, you're gonna have to move it, if it's 200 feet, you can't stay there. It's a serious offense.
Okay, so Felicia, do you mind? I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs as well. So don't worry about the conditions. Since I'm gonna have it monitored, and I'm now going to put a GPS monitor prior to release Felicia as well, so that we know where he is.
Now, I ask a question, no, Judge. State, do you know, the exact location of where the complaining witness distance of residence? I think they stay in the same complex. Do you know the
You know
distance?
what we can do, because it's gonna probably take a little bit of time to calculate. Why don't we roll it to tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
That way we can also give time to calculate where he lives in relation to the complaining witness. Because I don't want you to go anywhere near her. I want this person to feel safe, and I don't want you anywhere near this person. Do you understand?
Should we roll until tomorrow?
I would like conditions signed now, and then we can always modify later on, but I guess because they may live in the same complex, we'll have to delineate, or find how far it is one to the
So
other.
how many feet would you like me to put for the moment?
For the moment, for now, 500,
Yes, sir.
and then we can come back and change it if need be.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Thank you.
So we need him to sign real quick and then. Guys, we're done.
So I have careless instruction.
I'll send.
Yeah, and I'm